main spirit of this Team Physio Inculcator. And today it is really a matter of much pleasure for us that sir has spared their precious time to share their expertise, and we are even much motivated just to attend the session. And after the session, we will definitely be fully charged with 200% of the positive inspiration. So thanking you, sir, for sparing your precious time and always supporting us. And as we had some issue with the previously planned session, so this was just planned on the yesterday night. So again, heartfelt thanks to you for such a great contribution for the physiotherapy profession and for the making the event as a continuous process of learning. Thanking you all. As being a moderator, this is my responsibility to introduce the resource person of the day. Harsar itself is a well-known personality throughout the world, but still, let me take this opportunity to introduce our great resource person of the day, Harsh Rajdeep sir. Harsh sir is a specialized sports physical therapist with around more than 17 years of the clinical as well as academic experience. Dr. Harsh Rajdeep sir has also been worked with various organizations of national as well as international repute. Sir has done their specialization in sports physical therapy with MPhil in the psychotherapy, and Dr. Harsh Rajdeep sir is also member uh, member and the national head of the grievance redressal committee of the Indian Association of Physical Therapy at the Central Zone, and sir is also working as an in charge of government MBS hospital of the Medical College Kota since last more than 5 years. Sir is also working as a sir is also working as a honorary physiotherapist for the Shraddha Physiotherapy and Geriatric Rehab Center. And sir had also worked as a vice president of IBP College of Physical Therapy, Kota, Rajasthan. Sir has also been invited as a member of Government University of Rajasthan, RUHS Jaipur, headed the various physiotherapy centers as well as the various multi-specialty hospitals of the country in the MP and Rajasthan as well. Sir is also official sports physical therapist of International Tennis Federation circuit for the tennis tournament at the Indore and for the tennis club for indoors for around more than 2 years. So there is a lot of things about the sir, but we are really privileged to have the resource person like her sir with us on the board to share their expertise. And sir is a renowned motivational speaker, renowned a great teacher, a great philosopher, a great sports physical therapist, and a very experienced sports physical therapist. So we are really privileged to have sir with us on the board. So I would like to welcome you, sir. And this is again a matter of pleasure and honor for me that I get this opportunity to welcome you on the board. Welcome to you, sir. Warm welcome to you. Heartiest welcome to you on the board. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Himanshu. Am I visible and is my PPT also visible?
Yes, sir. You are visible, sir. You need to share the screen again. I made you the host.
Okay, sir. I'll just try. Okay, sir. I'll try. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
PPT is visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible on the full screen mode.
Okay, okay. So thanks a lot at the very outset, Dr. Himanshu Sharma. The introduction you gave me, I am not at all eligible for such a big, grand introduction. It always makes me humbled to be introduced and to get introduced. Thanks to you. Special thanks to all the great professionals, students, my colleagues who are here today to attend this session. First of all, I'll just take 1 minute of yours that this was not a planned session for me. वो कहते हैं ना क्रिकेट में कि मैं 11th बैट्समैन था और आज मेरे को ओपनिंग करने का मौका दे दिया गया. So it was like a very great professional was about to deliver lecture on this 10th of October, but due to some unavoidable circumstances, he was not available with us for today. So I was there to serve as a night watchman. अब एक बॉलर जब फर्स्ट नंबर पे आके बैटिंग करेगा तो देखिए कैसा हाल होता है, वो आज होने वाला है. So that is it. Thanks for having me here. Let me talk about the topic which we are going to discuss today. A very warm good evening to all the respected dignitaries and professionals present here. Coming straight away to the topic. The topic as itself says, how to improve our practice and income with smart work. There is a big difference in studies, performance, hard skills, soft skills, essential skills, technical skills, earnings and income. अब ये जितने भी शब्द मैंने अभी बोले, हम में से बहुत सारे लोगों के लिए ये नए हैं और मेरे लिए भी कुछ टाइम पहले तक नए थे. Because when we were studying during our UG or also during our PG, we totally emphasized on our aptitude skills, or to be very simple, our technical skills, or to make it more simpler, our knowledge. Our mother profession is physiotherapy, तो हमें शुरू से हम ये कंसंट्रेशन करते हैं, या मेरे जैसे स्टूडेंट्स जो कभी पढ़ाई में अच्छे नहीं रहे, बाद में उनको टीचर्स रियलाइज कराते हैं कि बेटा तुम्हें पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा, उसके अलावा कोई रास्ता है नहीं. Then what happens when we are doing good in studies, might be saying in third years of ours or in final year of PPT, उसके बाद कुछ लोगों को मौका मिलता है, they go for their PGs also. Then some of the bright professionals, they go for some hands on techniques also, कुछ नया नया सीखते रहते हैं. पर एक चीज जो बहुत ही फेमिलियर सी है और जो नहीं होना चाहिए, जो मैं हमेशा बात करता हूं, जिन लोगों ने सारी टेक्निक सीखी हुई है और जिनका बहुत अच्छा नॉलेज है, ये बहुत जरूरी नहीं है कि उनका प्रैक्टिस बहुत अच्छा हो. एंड अगेन ऐसे भी कुछ फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट हैं who are having shallow knowledge like me, but they are able to flourish themselves. They are able to make the name of their brand, their center, their institute, and at the same time they are able to earn well. That means other than studies, there are some techniques, there are some skills जो हमें सीखनी चाहिए और जो हम शायद हमारी पढ़ाई के दौरान नहीं सीख पाते. So today's topic is all about essential skills. Now what are those essential skills? I'll be delivering in the coming half an hour. I promise my lecture will not be more than 30 to 40 minutes of session. And in between also, if some of you feel bored, आप intonations और screen damage start कर देना, मैं उसी टाइम चुप हो जाऊँ. और जब तक आप बोर नहीं हो रहे हैं, please screen damage मत करिएगा. That will be a big morale and boost for me. So as the picture says, there is a young dynamic female physiotherapist with a geriatric age group. Both are working out towards the physical well-being. Just below the topic is a golden egg. Just below the topic is a golden egg. और हम सब ने बचपन में वो कहानी पढ़ी है कि एक मुर्गी डेली एक गोल्डन अंडा देती थी. And it was very good when the hen was laying a golden egg daily. Some fine day, the owner of that hen, he thought that why shouldn't I kill that hen and I will have all the golden eggs at once. ये मैं यहाँ पर इसलिए बता रहा हूँ कि हम सब चाहते हैं कि हमारी उम्मीद से ज्यादा हमें डेली मिले. And that was happening that to that person. Instead of having a normal white egg, he was getting a golden egg daily. हम सब चाहते हैं कि हमें एक उम्मीद से ज्यादा इनकमिंग इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रैक्टिस और इनकम मिलती रहे, लेकिन बहुत बार वो पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाता है. आई एम जस्ट शटिंग ऑफ माय वीडियो बिकॉज मेरे को कुछ डिस्टर्बेंसेस आ रहे हैं. आई थिंक आई विल बी ऑडिबल टू यू. Dr. Himanshu, at any point of time, if I'm not audible, just give me a signal or just tell me. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So before going ahead with the session, as is it's customary nowadays, and it is our it is our duty to pay homage to the departed souls of our profession. As you can see on screen, are those soulful souls of our mother profession, physiotherapy, who have left us in these tough pandemic times of last previous few months. On the extreme left of your screen, with the blue background and white shirt, is Dr. Shiva. Next to him, with a child in his lap, is Dr. Bhavesh Topiwala. On the extreme right is Dr. Prince Sam. Next to him, with a striped shirt, is Dr. Abhishek Singh. And the legend, the visionary, the teacher of teachers in the center, the man himself needs no introduction at all, our very own Professor A.G. Dandapani sir. All of them are not there physically with us. Not these, there are few other physios also who have left us in these tough times. So my sincere request to all of you, we will observe a 1 minute of silence and we'll pray our homage to these holy souls. A 1 minute of silence at your place, please. Amin. You can be at ease. So, grateful to all of you for bearing with me. Starting with today's session, I'll try to make this session somewhat interactive. At the same time, a bit of entertaining, and we'll try to make it more of learning also. So we'll go on a ride. We'll go on a ride which we usually don't go. We go always for learning some new techniques. Today we'll be going for learning new essential skills. Before coming up with the term essential skills, let me clear there are types of skills, जैसे मैंने पहले बताया, technical skills, knowledgeable skills, or aptitude skills. These are those skills which we keep on learning, which we keep on doing our studies and updating ourselves with the abundance of knowledge. But what happens? What happens? Few professionals or physios like me who are not good in some of the essential skills, how to upgrade ourselves, how to deal with the professionals, how to deal with the patients, how to brand ourselves, how to promote ourselves, how to make our importance felt everywhere, and the most important part, how to do smart work. As it is visible in your slide, what happens in this slide, we'll be talking about two types of professionals. One professional, a person who is always doing smart work, all of those who are attending, and a person who is always doing hard work, a bad person like me. तो होता क्या है, जब सुबह से रात तक आदमी काम कर रहा होता है, उसको ये लगता है कि मैं बहुत ज्यादा काम कर रहा हूं, लेकिन मेरी उस कंपैरिजन में अर्निंग्स नहीं होती. And at the same time, there are professionals who are working not physically that much, but they are getting a good name, a good repute, a good practice, and at last, what everybody wants, a good, handsome income. People like me who work throughout the day, थ्रू आउट द डे अ वेरी हार्ड डे, रात को जब घर आते हैं तो ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है जैसा इनके साथ हो रहा है. ही जस्ट थ्रोज हिज बैक, ट्राइज टू लाई डाउन ऑन द फ्लोर. इतने थके हुए होते हैं कि अब और कुछ भी नहीं. और इवन इफ दे आर स्टडिंग, दे आर लाइक दिस स्मॉल गिफ्ट, ही इज स्टडिंग एंड ही इज लॉस्ट इन हिज स्लीप. So what happens, the main thing which happens is people like me don't know what is there to improve our productivity, to improve our management skills, and to improve what is said as our soft skills. Now I'm sharing with you this slide. It has been done and it has been proved by a study through the Harvard University and the Dale Carnegie Foundation, and they have told 85% of a job success and a success in professional practice needs soft skills upgradation also along with hard skills. To make this concept very simpler, hard skills are those skills which we have learned throughout our academic career. हमने जितना भी सब याद किया है, सब पढ़ा है, हमारी नॉलेज है, that comes all in our hard skills or the aptitude skills. पर हमने कभी भी हमारी पढ़ाई में ये नहीं पढ़ा that how should we brand ourselves, how should we promote ourselves as a brand without investing money. बहुत से लोग अपने सेंटर, अपने इंस्टीट्यूट, अपने क्लिनिक को प्रमोट तो करते हैं, बट दैट इज अ बिजनेस कंसेप्ट. यू आर पुटिंग ऑन न्यूज़पेपर्स एड, you are putting out ads in internet, you are spending lot of money, then you are getting name. But there are many methods in which you can promote yourself, you can enhance your personality, and this takes not a single rupee, and this results in more amount of abundance of your professional practice. Now this is what I am trying to say. Most of us people like me, we try to go on in hard work. जैसा कि हम कौवे की स्टोरी सुनते आए हैं, that was good what he was doing, but nowadays this is a technology driven era, this is a fast going era, so we need to be smart along with being hard. So this crow has now become smart, and he's not wasting time in putting on the pebbles. He's getting his profit by just using a simple straw. What I'm trying to say is he is managing his time, he's minimizing his effort, he's getting more of concentration, and the best part, he's getting maximum output in minimum effort. And that is what is the requirement of the day. We need to get maximum output in terms of our professional practice, be it a clinical physiotherapist, be it an academician, and at the same time, if our output, if our profit comes manifold times, definitely our income will also be there manifold times. So what we'll try to discover today is what are some of the mistakes we might have been doing, because you all are very good professionals, but professionals like me who don't know these essential skills, and I've been learning these essential skills since last 7 to 8 years. और जब मैं इनके बारे में पढ़ता गया और ट्रेन होता गया, then I came to know they are really as much important, or at some times they are more important than our technical skills. Before going ahead with the session, I would just like to request all of you, if you have a piece of paper near you, or even if you don't have, just take a 30 seconds break, get a piece of paper, or if you have a smartphone near you, most of you might be having, just go to the notes section, just note down some of the works or some of the assignments which you have to do in the coming 1 week. Today is Saturday night. कमिंग सैटरडे नाइट तक हमें जो जो काम करने हैं, एक बार आप आपके पेपर पे या मोबाइल फोन में सिर्फ लिख लीजिए. Why I am telling you this is, you just write down these points. Doesn't matter it is related to your patients, doesn't matter it is related to your academic institute, it can be your personal works, any sort of works. Even if we have to pay a bill also, just write down. It can be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. मेरे जैसे लोगों के 50 काम हो जाते हैं हफ्ते में, बट ऐसे भी लोग हैं मेरे जैसे जो 50 में से 5 ही कर पाते हैं, और 45 हमेशा के हमेशा छूट जाते हैं, अगले हफ्ते के लिए चले जाते हैं. So you all are very efficient. What I'm trying to say is just note down those points. Once you are done with those points in the chat box, any of you can message me, sir, we are done. Just write done and we'll go ahead. We will go ahead. Just write down the points or your to-do list for the coming 1 week. And then we will try out the ways how efficiently we can manage the to-do list. It comprises of our personal works, our financial works, our academics work, our clinical works, our dealings with the patient, and our profitable works. Everything. If anybody has finished writing, just type in the chat box, done. Thank you. Thanks a lot for sharing. My sole intention was that somebody is there with me or not, because I'm only sitting alone in front of screen and I'm getting responses. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So as it is visible in front of you, there are these 4 images. Just keep it in your mind कि ये 4 images चारों कुछ अलग हैं और ये चारों कुछ अलग-अलग हमें दिखाती हैं. At the end of this session, we'll be coming back to this slide and we'll be coming back to your to-do list and we will revise out some methods to figure it out. Thank you. So let's be ready for this unexplored ride to maximize our efficiency, to maximize our productivity, at the same time working in a smart way, not in a hard way. We are going for this unexplored ride. Bear with me for hardly 20 to 25 minutes. First of all, we have to always follow the team or the deal concept. Now, what does this deal concept says? D stands for definition, E for elimination, A for automation, and L for liberation. This is a theoretical thing. I'll try to make it in a much of the practical way. The work which is there in front of us. For example, if I am a clinician, tomorrow I might be having I have to go to clinic and I have to take care of, or I have to do treatment of 20 of my patients. At the same time, I need to pay these bills. Third, I need to interact with some of my seniors. And fourth point, I have to take care of my family because tomorrow is again a Sunday. I have to go for a family outing also. These are some 3 to 4 works we need to manage. First of all, I have to think of which is the most important work for me tomorrow. That means I'm defining the works, which is the most important work for me tomorrow. Secondly, is there any work which should not be done? For example, कल मुझे किसी और प्रोफेशनल से मिलने का मैंने सोचा है. That means it can be taken off to some other day, because tomorrow being Sunday, my first priority should be do just half a day of my professional work and then rest whole of the day with my family. What I'm trying to say is I can eliminate some of my works. So that takes care of the word E for elimination. A, automation. Are there any works that doesn't need my physical presence? For example, again taking the bad works to me, मेरी हैबिट है कि मैं बिजली का बिल हमेशा ऑफिस में जाकर के जमा करता हूँ. Now I have to be used to with the technology. I can use any of the online payment methods and that works can be done through the automated mode, either by me or I can give responsibility to some of my family members that you can do all these works on your own. That means I have done the process of automation. Automatically मेरा वो वाला काम हर महीने होता जाएगा, मेरे को उसके लिए टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. And at last, liberation. Liberation, that means we need not to be worried about some of the works if at all they are not done, because we have some other day also to do. The question here is, there are some works important which need to be done always and there are some works which are not at all important. हम में से बहुत से लोग गलती ये करते हैं कि हम कुछ important works को procrastinate या टालते हैं और unimportant works को कर लेते हैं. So we have to always think of, in the deal concept, we have to define the task, we have to eliminate the unwanted task, we have to automate the tasks which are coming on frequently, and we have to get ourselves liberated. We have to get ourselves liberated. So that is a deal concept. Now, as it is visible in front of all of you, the concept of absolute income and relative income. Dr. Himanshu or any of you, can you reply in the chat box? Am I visible? Because I am facing some issues here. Or am I audible? Anybody who
Sir,
can reply in the chat box?
yes, sir, you are
Okay.
completely audible and camera is off.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir. So, absolute income. Again, taking the bad works for me, I am a physiotherapist. I'm working around 12 hours a day and I'm earning 1 lakh rupees per month. For example, there is a physiotherapist who is earning 60,000 per month and he's working hardly 4 hours a day. Now, when we look from a hawk eye, or when we look just as an overview, I am earning 1 lakh rupees per month and some other physiotherapist is earning only 60,000 rupees per month. एक बार को हमको लगता है कि यार ये हर्ष राजदीप की इनकम तो उसके मुकाबले बहुत अच्छी है. That everybody thinks of, and this is the absolute income. The total income which we are getting out might be in terms of working in a week, working in a month, or per annum income. That is the absolute income. Coming up with the concept of, हम सबको पता है but हम उस concentration में काम नहीं करते हैं. Coming up with the concept of relative income. Now here comes the word relative income. I am working 12 hours a day and then I am able to earn 1 lakh rupees per month. Another physiotherapist, he is working hardly 4 hours a day and he's earning 60,000 rupees per month. So the relative income, the income in terms of the time I have put in or in terms of the hours I have worked, my income is far less compared to the other physiotherapist because he's working hardly for 4 hours, but he's doing very well. Now we need to introspect. No doubt we are earning well, but isn't it we are putting on a whole lot of effort? We are working since 9 in the morning till 10 in the night, and then we are able to get a chunk of money. And there are physiotherapists who are working hardly 5 to 6 hours a day, and they are, if at all, they are earning some thousands lesser than us. They have 15 to 16 hours of the day left after the work to increase their productivity, to enhance themselves, to update themselves, to spend quality time with the family, and to do whatever they feel like. That means हमें हमारी वर्किंग मेथोडोलॉजी को इम्प्रूव करना होगा so that we need to give less of input to get more of output. That means आज के बाद हम हमारी एब्सोल्यूट इनकम नहीं सोचेंगे, हम रिलेटिव इनकम सोचेंगे. हम दिन में कितना काम करते हैं और उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम कितना अर्न करते हैं. Because if I'm working for 12 to 16 hours a day and then I'm getting this much money, it is of no use. I need to work in a smarter way. So we need to think in relative terms. Now, what are the principles which will make me work for this relative concept is, first of all, Alfred Pareto principle, that is also called as 80-20 rule. Now, let me make it very simpler for all of you. For those of you who don't know, I will try to make it simple. Others are luminaries of this profession. All of you might be knowing this rule very well. Now, what does this Pareto principle says? This Pareto principle says, if we just introspect or if we just look at our working minutely in detail, 20% of our efforts are responsible for the 80% of results which we get. To make it in a much simpler way, what I am trying to say is 80% वर्क जो हम करते हैं उससे हमें सिर्फ 20% रिजल्ट्स ही मिलते हैं, और ऐसा भी 20% वर्क है जो हम करते हैं जिससे हमें 80% रिजल्ट्स मिलते हैं. टू टेक इट इन एन एग्जाम्पल वे, starting from a broader end, 20% of the big economists of this country have 80% of this country's money. or 80% of the people of this country have only 20% of the money. Taking this concept to our home, taking this concept to our home, the balcony or the garden in my home, 20% of the flowers are coming, or 80% of the flowers are coming from 20% of the plants. Taking this into my profession, now just pay some attention. 20% of the techniques which I use result in 80% of the result. And 80% of the effort which I do at my center or at my institute result in just 20% of the results. That means हमें ये पहचानना है कि हम वो 20% स्किल्स हमारी कौन सी सबसे अच्छी हैं, 20% टेक्निक्स हमारी कौन से सबसे अच्छी हैं जिनसे हमें 80% आउटकम मिलता है. And this is a proven fact in all the professions that 20% of the efforts give 80% of the results. That means we need to upgrade ourselves in these best 20% of the skills which we are good. So that अगर हम उसी पे और कंसंट्रेट करते जाएंगे तो हमारा आउटपुट और बढ़ता जाएगा. अदरवाइज अगर हम टोटल 100% ही उन पे कंसंट्रेट करेंगे तो हम कभी भी आगे नहीं बढ़ पाते. और ये होता है clinical therapists who are good in mobilization techniques, they get 80% of the results from those techniques. I'm not denying the fact that we always go for an integrated approach, but even if we are going for an integrated approach, if I am good in PNF, I will try to use PNF. If I'm good in MFR, I'll go for it. If I'm good in dry needling, I'll try to go with it because that gives me an inclination, or that gives me a confidence. I'm good in dry needling and this patient is of soft tissue trigger point, I should go for dry needling. A person or therapist who is not good in dry needling, he'll think of some other technique because he is a master of some other technique. That means we need to analyze what are the 20% skills in which we are best, which are giving us the 80% of the results, and we need to upgrade ourselves instead of upgrading for the whole 100% of the skills. That means we are getting ourselves specialized, at the same time getting ourselves super specialized. Coming to a new concept, again a concept, the picture visible in front of you. As soon as the person is about to reach the finishing line, people like me, they become relaxed. हमें ये लगने लगता है that finishing line is just nearby. That means I'll be able to reach the finishing line in due course of time. But this is our biggest mistake. At the bottom image, a person who is walking on treadmill, either he is making joke of himself or he is making joke of his body. I don't know what he is trying to achieve. Students, they have some of the assignments to be done, but they don't do it before the deadline and they are busy engaging in some other works. What I'm trying to say is, most of us, until and unless we are not given a deadline to do a work, we don't work with our full efficiency. And this is not my concept. This is again a law, and this is called as Parkinson's law. Just mind my words, this is not related to the Parkinson's disease or the Parkinson's condition which we study in our neurology. This is something totally different. But because this law was given by a psychologist and a psychiatrist together, this is termed as Parkinson's law. This is nothing related with Parkinson's disease. Now, what this Parkinson's law says? This law says that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. I will try to make it very simpler. For example, a student like me who is given a project from his teacher that you have to make an assignment on physiotherapy management of stroke and submit to me after 7 days. What happens? Student like me, जब मुझे पता है I have to submit the project after 7 days, I won't bother for 2 to 3 days. Fourth day, I'll try to surf something on internet. 5th day I'll try to see in some of my books. 6th day I'll feel a bit tensed कि मुझे उसकी तैयारी करनी है, and when I think that I am not at all able to get the notes and the content, I will try to search here and there. I will contact my seniors, I will contact my friends who are good in studies. पूरी रात जागूंगा मैं 6th को, और 7th को जैसे तैसे करके मैं वो प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट करके टीचर को सबमिट करूंगा. ये मेरे जैसे लोगों की आदत होती है. Those who are always procrastinators, who keeps on lingering the things. Now coming to this concept, what is Parkinson's law? Just keep it in your mind, the example which I gave. The work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. If I'm given 7 days for completing a task, my mind is trained in such a way that I'll be relaxed for the initial 4 to 5 days. I'll start working in the 6th day and I'll work full day for the 7th day. अगर मुझे यही काम ऐसे बोला जाता, you have to give me tomorrow the assignment, I was having only 24 hours and I would have done it. No matter it might not be the perfect assignment, but it will be a good assignment. Our mind is trained in that way. जितना हमें टाइम मिलता है हम उससे जल्दी कभी काम नहीं करते हैं, या तो उस तक काम करते हैं या उसके भी 1-2 दिन बाद तक काम करते हैं. तो पार्किंसंस लॉ यही कहता है, when we are given a work, and nowadays when we are mature enough, we have to fix our deadlines ourselves. We need to think of that whether this work needs 3 days, whether this work needs 2 days, or can I do it in just a single day and I will fix the deadline, I'll do it by tomorrow and I will be able to do it. Because if I'm able to do a work in 1/4 of the time, I'm left with 6 days and I can do the work which I can again think of, which is interesting to me. दैट मीन्स मैंने अपनी एफिशिएंसी और अपनी प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ा दी, और जब मैंने कम टाइम में ज्यादा काम कर दिया है तो ऑब्वियसली मेरा प्रैक्टिस, मेरा एफिशिएंसी और मेरा अर्निंग्स सब बढ़ता है और मेरा रैपो भी बढ़ता है. This gives a very important power tool to us. What is said as, most of the things don't matter. What matters most needs less time. It is always universal. Things which are very important, they need lesser time. We think in opposite way. Things which are more important, they need more time. No, if we are given the more time, we are not daily preparing for it. We are preparing only for the last 2 to 3 days before the deadline. And the things which are really important for us, they need less time. Just remember the days for students like me, जब एग्जाम अगले दिन सुबह होता था, भले ही साल भर पढ़ा हो या नहीं पढ़ा हो, रात को बैठ के सारे नोट्स पढ़ने हैं, बिकॉज इट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग फॉर मी बाय दैट टाइम. अगर मेरे एग्जाम में अच्छा नंबर नहीं आए, इट विल बी अ लॉस. सो coming to the next concept, which sounds weird or which looks weird to most of you, the concept of eat that frog. Just a disclaimer from my end, these are not at all my concepts. These are the laws of essential skills which are being practiced by all the professionals all over the globe. But we physiotherapy and medical professionals, because we are not taught these type of skills in our academics, we need to update ourselves to increase our efficiency, our productivity and our earnings. So coming with the concept of eat that frog. Now what does the frog symbolizes here? You can see a very weird picture in front of you, a plate in which there is a frog, and at the right and left is the butter knife and the fork, and we can see very well a frog hopping. The frog here is the most important task of the day which we have to do. Many of us have the habit कि हम रात को सोच के रखते हैं कल मेरे को 5-6 काम करने हैं और उन 5-6 काम में से कौन सा काम. And there that happens sometimes. The work which is important, it is most of the time not interesting. हमें उसको करने की इच्छा नहीं होती और फिर हम उसको टालना शुरू करते हैं. We keep on procrastinating. हमारे दिमाग में सुबह से रात तक वो काम है, बट हम उसको करते नहीं हैं, टालते रहते हैं। और जब अगेन रात को हम सोने जाते हैं, फिर हमारे दिमाग में वही बात आती है, यार ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क था, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट काम था, मुझे करना था, आज मैंने नहीं किया, कल मुझे फिर से ये करना होगा। So the frog is the most important and the unpleasant or uninteresting work which we have to do. Now what I am trying to say is, in the morning, when we first finish off that most important and uninteresting work in the very first hour of the day, that means सुबह उठते ही हमने वो unimportant work कर दिया. For example, I need to make notes for a topic to teach my students, but वो topic is not of good interest to me, so I keep on procrastinating. That topic. Or I need to make a physiotherapy regime for one of my patients. So I keep on procrastinating. ये तो मैं अपने subordinate को दे दूंगा. I will try to contact with some of the other professionals. Why should I do? But at the same time, I need a good result. So I'm keep on procrastinating. Instead of this, if in the very first hour of the day, the most unpleasant work which I have to do in that day, if I'm doing that work in the very first hour, the best part is, as we all are medical professionals, it will release happy hormones. It will give me a feeling of accomplishment. It will give me a feeling of satiety, satisfaction, and the best part, I will be stress free. मुझे ये सुबह से ही पता है कि जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट और अनइंटरेस्टिंग काम था वो मैंने सुबह सुबह खत्म कर दिया. That means whole day I am left with those works which are interesting to me, and I'll be able to do them. So identify and eat your frog each day. That means identify and complete your most important task each day. And in this concept of eat that frog, the frog is our most vital task which we need to do, and we need to do that ugliest and the most important task in the very first hour of the day, so that throughout the day we'll be having a stress free mood, we'll be in a happy accomplishment feeling, and be able to perform better. Coming to a next approach, as it is visible on your screen, a very good trained gymnast who is rescuing himself in between the hurdles, the 6P approach. 6P approach. That is, what does that 6P stands for? It is proper prior planning that prevents poor performance. 6P, proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Now, when I was going through this concept, the first thing which I felt, which most of you might be feeling right now, is I always plan. So why should I concentrate on this concept? I always plan. The problem is, people like me who are always bad in execution, they keep on planning. They keep on planning so that whenever I am doing that task, it should be the best perfectionist model, and we keep on planning to get the best perfection executed. That doesn't happen. And what happens when we keep on planning for a longer time? It becomes related to the stress, because I'm not able to deliver the output, and then the vicious cycle starts. I'm stressed, I'm planning, I'm tensed, and I'm not able to execute. So what this concept says is, proper prior planning prevents poor performance. We need to plan whatever we need to achieve, whatever we need to accomplish, we have to plan for it. We need to execute. And even if we are not getting 100% result, even if we are getting 70% results, we are better than the zero. Because if people like me, if we keep on planning, the output is 0%. And even if after a proper planning we are getting a task done, that to only 70% of the maximum, at least we have achieved the 70%. Because I have achieved 70%, there might be people in my vicinity who might support me to get that 90 to 100%. Because till the time people don't know my execution, my way of doing things, how can the people support me? I am good in mind, but if my skills are not exhibited, how people will know me and how they will come me and make me the part of their team? That means हमें proper prior planning के साथ एग्जीक्यूशन जरूर करना है, चाहे हमारा परफॉर्मेंस बेस्ट ना हो, गुड तो होगा ही सही. So coming to this concept, Himanshu sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Clearly
Anyone?
audible, sir.
And if are we left with 10 minutes? Can I take 10 minutes?
Yeah, yes, sir. Please go ahead. No, there is no issue of time.
Okay, okay. So coming again to this window which was there in the to-do list in the previous slides, I requested all of you to make a to-do list for the 7 days, upcoming 7 days. I hope most of you might have made. Now here comes a very important concept, and this is going to be the last 10 minutes of our talk today. Just look at the picture. Just look at the picture at the down of these emojis. Just divide your work in 4 categories. Divide your work in the sense, आज आपने जो काम लिखे हैं आपके piece of paper पे for the coming 7 days, just divide those works in 4 categories. For example, there is a work or there are works which are important but not urgent. There are works which are important and at the same time urgent. There are works which are not at all important and not at all urgent. And there are works which are not important but urgent. So, a work which is urgent and important. For example, tomorrow I have to deliver a lecture somewhere. So that becomes an important work also and urgent because tomorrow I have to do it. I have to deliver the lecture. That means I have to do that work right now without any excuse. So the work which is most important and most urgent, I have to do it. Do it now. A work which is urgent but not important. For example, if a patient is coming to my center tomorrow and I'm going to deliver a lecture somewhere else, so I can tell to my fellow therapist, kindly attend that patient tomorrow, and if you are facing any issues for finalizing his treatment protocol, you can give me a call. That means I'm delegating the work. The work is urgent because the patient is coming tomorrow, but it is not that important because there is a fellow therapist at my center who can take care of the patient, and if he needs any sort of help from my end, he can give me a call. I'm just a call away. So I have to delegate that work. Exactly. A work which is not urgent and at the same time important. For example, a work which is not urgent and at the same time important. That means I can do that work after 3 to 4 days also. That means मुझे कल नहीं करना है वो काम, तो मैं डिसाइड कर सकता हूं कि मुझे वो काम कब करना है. दैट मीन्स आई एम शेड्यूलिंग इट, आई एम डिसाइडिंग इट. एंड एट लास्ट, a work which is not at all urgent and not at all important, there is no need to do it. I can delete that work from my list. The best example of the last option, the work which is not at all urgent and the work which is not at all important. People like me who are totally addicted to social media in this pandemic. मैं सुबह भी 3 से 4 घंटे फोन पे टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, मैं दिन में भी व्हाट्सएप और फेसबुक चैट कर रहा हूँ, मैं रात को भी कुछ इधर उधर के काम कर रहा हूँ. ये न तो अर्जेंट वर्क है और न इम्पोर्टेंट वर्क है, पर तब भी मैं कर रहा हूँ. सो इफ आई हैव टू इम्प्रूव माई प्रोडक्टिविटी, माई एफिशिएंसी, I need to delete or eliminate this habit of mine. And this is the best matrix which is termed as the Eisenhower decision matrix. मैंने आपसे जो रिक्वेस्ट की थी, आप अपने काम लिख लीजिए. अब उन कामों को आप डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. द वर्क विच इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एंड अर्जेंट, mark those works, you have to do it. The works which are urgent, but not important. You can delegate. Delegate in the sense आप किसी और को बोल सकते हैं उन कामों को करने के लिए. Mark those works. The works at your center, at your institute, or in your personal lives, which are not at all urgent but important, fix or schedule a time to do them. And the works which are not at all urgent, not at all important, delete or eliminate them. So this is a 4D approach. This is a 4D approach. First D for do, second to decide, third to delegate, and fourth to delete. So the Eisenhower decision matrix, it says we need to divide our works in these 4D concepts to improve, take off these concepts totally into our profession, because we are limited with this much time. I can't go in the details, but I have been using these concepts in my clinical skills, in my clinics. At the same time, I was trying to use that in my academic background also. And you will be surprised to know I got profounding results. And that again makes me felt proud that I am in this profession, a mother profession, physiotherapy, which takes everything. And because I'm trying to improve ourselves, it is rebounding and giving me many folds in return. So what we have learned today is, just in a nutshell, learned in the sense for people like me जिनको नहीं पता था. The first was the deal concept. Second, the relative income, absolute income. दिन में कितने घंटे काम करके हम कितनी कमाई कर रहे हैं. That is more important. Not like I'm working, I'm earning this much. I'm earning this much, but I'm not at all able to take rest. I'm not at all able to give time to my family. That is of no use. So we are taking with us the concept of relative income. The Pareto's law, 20% of our efforts gives us 80% of the results. So we need to introspect, or to be in a very क्लिष्ट हिंदी, हमें आत्म अवलोकन की जरूरत है कि हम अपने आप अंदर झांकें. कौन सी ऐसी 20% मेरी स्किल्स हैं जिनसे मुझे मैक्सिमम आउटपुट मिलता है, मैं उनको अपग्रेड करूं. दिस इज व्हाट द पैरेटोस लॉ सेज. पार्किंसंस लॉ, हमें जितना टाइम एक काम के लिए मिलता है, हम वो पूरा टाइम उस काम के लिए यूज करते हैं. इंस्टेड हमें टाइम कम कर देना चाहिए ताकि हमारी प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़े. ईट द फ्रॉग कंसेप्ट. Eat the frog concept. The work which is most important and most unpleasant to us, we should try to do it in the very first hour of the day to make us stress free. The 6P approach, positive prior planning prevents poor performance. That is for people like me जो हमेशा सोचते रहते हैं और कर नहीं पाते हैं. So 6P approach. And at last, the Eisenhower matrix, the do, delegate, decide and delete approach for all the works. At the last, a take-home message which I try to follow: Shanasha Kanasha Sheva Vidyamarth cha Sadhyet Shanatyage Kuto Vidya Kanatage Kuto Dhanam. That means knowledge should be gained through minute by minute efforts, and that is how the money comes. Money should be earned utilizing each and every resource. If we waste time, if we waste our efforts, how can we get the knowledge? How can we get healthy? And how at the same time, how can we get wealthy? So to get more wealthy and to have a profounding practice, we need to utilize in the best possible way the time which is available to us, and that makes us a smart worker, not a hard worker. So this was from my end in this much time. Hopefully we'll be meeting some other day. If at all you want something in detail, we'll be discussing that. There is a great teachings in the concept of essential skills. We are trying to work on those skills of essential skills, because हम technical skills पढ़ते आ रहे हैं और वो बहुत जरूरी हैं. Technical skills के बिना हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. But technical skills are tip of iceberg. As we always study the iceberg phenomena, 3/4 is underlying water, और उस 3/4 को हमें explore करना पड़ेगा. We are trying to reveal it. If in future we need to elaborate और आपको लगता है हमें किसी टॉपिक पे करना है, you can just message Dr. Himanshu Sharma. The team Physio Inculcators will be more than happy to serve you with these concepts. Thanks a lot, all of you. Thanks to Dr. Himanshu and Team Physio Inculcators. This was from my end. If at all any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot for such a great and wonderful session. And we always, as always, we had a great learning from you on the how to be a smart physical therapist, how to be a smart person. So we'll try to imply at least 10-20% in our routine practice, and gradually we'll improve ourselves from yesterday till today, and for tomorrow we'll improve some more things. And we will be definitely always happy to learn from you. And these skills, as there are only very few people who are teaching us for these soft skills and essential skills. So really much privileged and honored to learn from you. And it is always a pleasure to attend your session. It is always a matter of honor to attend and learn from you. And we are receiving so great feedbacks in the chat box. And it is actually very casual for your session, because this has to be. So thanking you, sir. Thanks a lot for such a great session, for a great learning. And as we learn everything, but still if anybody has any doubt, so we can resolve it.
I would just like to convey my apologies to all the attendees, because this was not a prepared session from my end, because yesterday night only we got the information that today's lecture the resource person was not available. So I have to skip in, as I said, as the night watchman. If at all there were some difficulties or understandings from my end, I apologize for that.
No, sir, no, there is no nothing. Actually, it was a best session, and we had a best learning.
Sir, I think there is a question from Kalpana Joshi, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shall you go ahead, or I shall narrate it?
Sir, I'm reading it.
Okay.
Just a minute, I'm reading. Yes, sir, a very good question from Kalpana ma'am. And sometimes even I face these issues. I would narrate to all the viewers. Ma'am is asking, how would you group those people who are smart enough to delegate their duties and responsibilities to others? Ma'am, I'm no one to group those people. But again, what I would like to say, as you said the word, they are smart enough. They are smart enough to delegate their duties and responsibilities to others. That means, if we are going according to the Eisenhower decision matrix जो मैंने discuss किया, if they are delegating their important duties to others, in due course of time, their relevance will be minimized and your relevance will be maximized. अगर मैं अपना important काम मेरे किसी colleague या subordinate को दे रहा हूँ, तो जब सबको पता चल जाता है धीरे important काम वो कर रहा है, due course of काम डायरेक्टली उनके पास आएगा और सबको पता चल जाता है he is a person who is procrastinates, or he might not be capable of doing these important works. That means I myself is degrading myself.
Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot for a great insight. And we had a participant from around 6 countries today for this great session. And even though receiving the feedbacks from all over the world, we had Dr. Amita Anup Sharma ma'am, a senior physical therapist from the Dubai. As well, we have Michelle from Ghana, West Africa, and we are receiving the great feedback from them also. And similarly, we have certain other participants from the USA, Pakistan, and all areas of our country. And very interestingly, we had around 150% attendance during the session. We had initiated the session with 34 participants. We had the 37 participants when we initiated the question answer. So it shows this around above 100% attendance was there. In between, we had above 50 participants. So this is actually the aura of Harsar. So, and it is actually the participant who attended the session or may be able to attend the session with some technical support. So they are fortunate enough to join and to learn. And maybe there's some misfortune that they have some technical issue and not be able to attend for the end. But still, we had a very great attendance, and it shows how great it was. Even though many of the people are recommending the session to be repeated and has to be included as the curriculum. So it is the great learning from the sessions.
Just a minute to all of you who are interested in learning essential skills. We have compiled many of the topics, and because you people are showing the interest, we'll be more than happy to come up with these sort of topics in near future. And because we are not taught these sort